Oh my goodness, my camera is like, I'm gonna face this around towards me. Hello guys, Butterfly Spirit 314. So guys, what I wanted to do is talk about my chair dancing class that I took tonight. I'm gonna move my computer around. I think it's fine now. Anyway, so I went to what I thought was going to be my final chair dancing class. And I got some really great news. When I was, before the start of class, I found out that chair dancing is going to be continuing. So they're going to have another 6 session of chair dancing classes. So, yay! So that's really cool. And it was confirmed after the fact. And my teacher, she didn't even know that the classes that she had planned to continue with weren't on the website. So she got that worked out. So chair dancing is going to continue on Fridays. And what I love about taking chair dancing on Fridays in particular is that I find Friday to be a really sexy day to me. I just feel like, you know how like people go out to like clubs or whatever on Fridays, to kind of kick back or whatever. Well, I like the idea of, going to dance classes, particularly starting on Friday, because I think it really sets the tone for the weekend and it lets me forget about work. And that's the thing, like, I kind of go into like a zone of like calm and peace and stuff when I take my chair dancing classes and stuff. So that's what I get to do, which is awesome. My hair is, oh my gosh. I'm all mess with my hair. Anyway, I really loved the like being able to take my classes on Fridays and stuff or whatever. So I think it's pretty awesome and pretty cool and stuff. So I think that's awesome. Um, today, so I was surprised. We danced to a song by Neo, and I thought it was really cool because when I heard the song we were going to be dancing to, I was like, um, we're going to dance to this. Like, I thought it was going to be a warm up song, or that like my teacher had picked the wrong song. Like, I'm like, we're really going to dance to this? And turns out we were. I'm going to try to look it up and see what the song was. Let me grab my phone. I'm gonna grab my phone here and see what the song was that we danced to, because I feel like it's better for me to tell you guys like what song it was than for me to say we chair danced and then you guys like not know what the song was we chair danced to. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm looking for it right now so I can find it. Let's see. What is this song? Hold on 1 second. Why am I like typing this like wrong? Hold on. Okay. I'm looking up the song right now of what we were dancing to. Why is it so like freaking It's so ridiculous, like how like I'm trying to find this song and I can't find this song. Oh my goodness. Um, oh my gosh. Anyway, I cannot find this song right now. Okay, so I think it's called, so I think it's, okay, I think it's Neo's song called She Got Her Own Thing. Yeah, I think that's what the song is. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's the song. Anyway, so that's what we were dancing to. Um, and I think that it was interesting to me that we would be at a chair dance to a really slow song because I was under the impression that it was impossible for us to chair dance that song. But turns out we were able to do it. And I like the routine. I love the fact that in the routine that we did, I like the fact that we didn't, like, we were told to slow down and like get the feel of the music. Like I really like that we got to do that. Um, I think that, you know, some of us in class were like trying to rush through the routine and stuff. And I think the thing is that I think it was nice that we were told to slow down and stuff. The cool thing too about our routine in class today was we actually got to incorporate the pole. So in my class, it was me and three other girls. So we had a small class, and let me tell you, I love it when we have a small class. Do you know why? I love it when we have a small class because when we have a small class, like it's great because we have space. Like the last class, like the last chair dancing class I was in, there was seven girls in the class, including myself. And when we're chair dancing and there's seven girls there, we were trying, like we were doing like acro chair moves and stuff. And it was so like it was difficult because I kept like I didn't feel like I had enough space in the last class to really fully do the routine and stuff because I was afraid I was gonna like bump into the other girl next to me and stuff. So that was the thing. And like when I was trying to record, then she kind of ended up kind of in video and stuff and things. And I was just like, man, this sucks. But today's class, it said there was supposed to be five people in my class too. I guess somebody they signed up for the class, but they didn't show up. But I love it. I gotta tell you, I love it. I love it when it's a small class because I get to learn the routine and just have fun doing it. And I like the fact that it was like it was chill and it was fun at the same time. And had a little bit of edge of sexy to it too. So I really loved it, being able to do it. Um, let's see. We incorporated the poll, like towards the end. But that was cool. You know, when we have smaller classes, then my teacher likes to incorporate the poll, and she found a way to do it. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. um, I am gonna watch my videos of myself doing the routine, and then I will post. I will post. Maybe a couple of them. It just depends on how I feel. Normally after my class, I usually watch videos of myself in the class, but tonight I felt like I didn't need to watch them. Whew. Uh, I was going to take a introduction to heels class. I was gonna do that, but I ended up not taking the intro to heels class. Um, But the cool thing is that they are going to continue to have the introduction to heels. So I will be able to do that. Last Friday, I got to take that class after I did chair dancing, which was super cool and super fun. I was so sore after that. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I was sore. I feel a little bit sore right now, but the thing is, I've been doing yoga, so my body is has kind of been prepped days before chair dancing, so I'm not going to be as sore. Tomorrow, I want to do some more yoga and stuff. I was going to do some tonight, but since I did chair dancing, I'm like, it's okay to give it a rest. Um, but yeah, it's so cool that chair dancing is going to continue as well as the introduction to heels class is going to continue. And with chair dancing, I think I may give it a shot at the studio where I take my pole dancing classes at, because there's another teacher that teaches chair dance. I just love chair dance. This is my thing. I'm so passionate about it. Like, it's just my thing. Like, I feel like it's just fun, you know? Interesting thing. So, I've been doing yoga, and with me doing yoga, um, I've been following along with the YouTube channel. It's called Flow with Addie, and she does like yoga and stuff. And I've been following along with her because Addie is really flexible, and she's also a dancer. So she's really good at dancing. So for those of you who don't know, if you've ever heard of the YouTube channel Addison Brianna, or Floor Play by Addison Brianna, if you've heard of that YouTube channel before and you've watched Addison Brianna, um, Addison Brianna is also Flow with Addie. Flow with Addie is basically where Addison Brianna basically like you follow along with her when she does yoga. And in the last like I was doing I think it was like day 3 of like the femininity yoga stretches, and she was sharing about like one of the stretches, like doing one of those like exercises, was it helped her to be able to do her familiar floor work move when she does floor play. Um, and so, because at first I was confused, I'm like, was Addison Brianna the same, the girl who does floor play by Addison Brianna the same person as Flow with Addie? And it turns out she's the same person. The thing is, when she does floor play, she does really sexy choreography on the floor. And how she does it is because she does yoga, and it allows her to be able to do all these sexy moves and all that. And I think doing yoga has kind of helped me a little bit, because it helped me to be able to do an upside down straddle. And I have a video of that on my YouTube channel. It's one of my YouTube shorts I posted recently. And so it helped me to be able to do that. Because for the longest time, I was not able to do that in chair dance, but now I've been able to do it since I've been doing yoga. So that's pretty fun and awesome. And today, when I was doing chair dance, there was this like leg movement that we were doing in our chair dance routine. And I thought back to like some of the yoga, like one of the yoga exercises that we do with the legs. And I got reminded of like the yoga that I do with Flow with Addie. And like I found that like it popped in my head while I was doing the movements, and I think it was like muscle memory. Like my body recalled that particular movement, and it was like really cool for that to like happen. So like muscle memory is a real thing, because if you train your body on something, when you do a movement that's similar, it'll pop up later on. And that's what happened to me in chair dancing today. Was that those yoga movements actually popped up in chair dance. So I found that to be super cool and super amazing. So normally I would be super sore, but like I was saying before, because I've been doing yoga and I've been stretching, it actually has been helping my body to get stronger. So that is something. I do plan to do pole dancing on Sunday like I normally do. So I'm going to be planning to do that. Last weekend, I was doing what's called a dip spin. So I posted it on my YouTube channel, Butterfly Spirit 314, where I showed you guys me doing like practicing a dip spin. You guys can check that out if you want to see that. But in particular, I started off with that one. And this is just like me practicing moves outside, like basically outside of like my pole dancing routine that I have in my pole dancing class. And I think I did pretty good. So I think I'm going to add on to that. So I'm going to be adding on the pirouette. Now, I've been doing pirouettes in my pole dancing class, and I've been doing that, but I want to learn how to do a pirouette. Um, I want to like take notes on it, like, and then do the pirouette better. And one thing I learned in my introduction to heels class is that there's different types of pirouettes, which I didn't know. I just thought there was one kind, but turns out there's more than one type. So pirouettes a lot of times tend to be found in ballet, but they do have them in pole dancing, which is super cool. And it actually does look like kind of a ballerina kind of move. Um, there is a move. Whew, there is a move, I believe, called the ballerina in pole dancing. A couple of girls were doing that in class. But for me, I'm just taking the time to focus on like perfecting the movements at my own pace. I know some girls like, they can climb the pole and they want to, invert and all that, do stuff upside down. For me right now, I just want to take my time because when I was in a class where we were doing like pole dance and it was kind of freestyle and stuff. And what I saw a lady working on, she was working on like some beginner movements and stuff, and I noticed how she was focusing on those. And like when I saw the lady kind of focusing on one, like a few different movements throughout the class, it made me kind of interested and say, well, maybe I should learn some of the beginner movements on my own and focus on those, because if I focus on those, what happens is that it's going to allow me to build more of a more solid pole dance, so I don't like stop in the middle of like freestyling with pole or whatever, or doing routines or whatever and stuff. In fact, I want to do pole dancing better. And so, working on one move at a time is really cool. So I'm going to be incorporating the dip spin that I learned, that I practiced last week, the pirouette, which is something that I'm going to be incorporating, which I've been doing, but I want to learn how to just work on that, work on those two kind of things. I may do like I may do a combo with those two. We'll see. But yeah, I want to slowly work on those things. I don't want to speed through, rush through, or any of that stuff, because when you take your time and you learn things piece by piece, it's just becomes second nature. So that's all I can say about that. But in terms of chair dance, I'm gonna be in chair dance next Friday. Any Friday there's gonna be, I'll be in chair dance, like, because I love it. It's something cool to do, and I really think it's fun. Anyway, guys, that's all with me right now. Thank you for watching. Bye.